Hi, everybody. It's Linda G coming to you from California on Saturday. I believe this is the 25th of February. And I got a whole load of questions and I'm going to try to hit them up as much as I can. The first question, and a lot of people are asking, and don't forget tomorrow we're doing Sterling, is about MTG. Her comments about the national divorce and will she ever pay, etc. And as I was reading these questions, I heard, well, you all know she's a lost soul. She's doing this for advantageous fame. She's kind of like one of those Fox News people that knows that a lot of this is not truthful, but doesn't care because rallying up everybody. She talks to Trump a lot, by the way. Trump is constantly telling her what to say and do. Trump just got done talking about how all this is starting World War III. So they like that fear thing. So I can just tell you, they're not happy people. So let's look at MTG. Will she ever pay for being a... Well, you know, she's wanting that. Somebody talked about it on the news that if we actually separated blue and red states, which is totally against the law, the money that the red states couldn't live without the money from the blue states. So it's kind of sad. And she does this to feed, like feeding. She doesn't stand in the realm of the highest. You know what I'm saying? She knows not what she does, but she's definitely in trouble. And if you can, in your higher output, and I know we can't do peace, love, dove. We need people to pay. We need people to see justice. We need to see that the law will get rid of these seditionists. So I just want you to know, I feel something coming up, but I just got to double check and take a look, see. What can you tell me? Her son is going down and there's going to be cuts. I'm going to tell you something. Now, I really didn't think Bobart would get back in, but she did. But she's not getting back in. And I really think that McCarthy's in trouble. So because McCarthy's in trouble, it takes MTG down. And she's got something's going to end. Something's going to end. Some sort of action will be taken. Could even be, you know, God forbid, military action. Something's going to happen that literally shuts them up. Maybe their Orange Crush ends up having to, you know, in his sedition thing, he has to go before the judge and the American people find out what he really lied about, because they're lying about everything, you guys. And you know that Tucker guy, his son was in that January 6th thing. So of course he wants all those. I think they're going to sue for this and probably give it to everybody. I hate to say it, but they'll give those tapes to everybody. So tell me about MTG. I'm going to energetically look at this. I see like being scared, like all of a sudden she's looking both ways. I see her being walked away towards a court, so she might be under arrest or a petition for arrest, a subpoena. Okay, thank you. Well, they're telling me her heart doesn't stand in the right place. She's standing behind this maniac in Russia. And then what happens is she's going to pay a price. But we can't be gleeful. We can't wish for this. I just see all this drama she's causing. This isn't but a blip in our history. We'll be talking about this in the history books, you guys, because she's acting like king for a day, and we're going to just step away. And Biden is too close to Zelensky, and the trail thing. They're just looking for stuff. They really go on overkill, and they literally lie about everything. Okay, so tell me what I can tell everybody. They always use that word. I'll repeat it again. She has no honor for herself or this nation. I'm seeing Abraham Lincoln. He hasn't come in a long time. It's like we're seeing the outside body of a person, and inside there's all this ugliness. She wants people to jump. She's getting power hungry. So when she says jump, you better say how high. So I see some resistance coming in, and she doesn't like that. She's going to literally mess herself up. Plus, the people that she thought were behind her are going to have to go. So I see her, demanding. She's going to get a real shock when she's not voted in again. I don't know when that's coming up. It's almost like these people are doing so much damage to this nation. The country says, nah, it's not that they're not going to vote for another Republican. They're just not going to vote for these Republicans. That's what I get. Is there anything else you want to say about her? She doesn't have a very nice heart. She actually comes from the Civil War. She was a man. I can kind of tell the way she acts. She was a plantation owner. He was a plantation owner. So I think he was killed and came back into this realm wanting to make people pay, which they usually don't carry that kind of anger, which surprises me. Somebody's saying to me that she never was good. So we don't know her history. I don't know what's going on here, but she never was a good person. She was not an honorable person. That's what I hear. Okay, we know that. So Abraham Lincoln says, we must not wish ill, but know that this too shall pass. They always say that to me, and I know y'all tired of hearing it. Okay. Hannah wants to know, did the 4 women ruin the Georgia case, allowing Trump to get off free? No. And some of the constitutional experts, all these people that I've listened to, she actually, I think even the judge said she had the right to give her statements that she's given. And Trump tried to threaten that because she did this, he's got, no, she can't. It's a different grand jury that has to put out the subpoenas and arrest people. She's sort of like an idiot. I know she's irritating everybody. And she does feel more Republican than she is Democrat, but she definitely loves the attention. I don't know what her birth date is. I'll have to find it. Maybe a little Leo in her or something, but she loves the attention this is giving her. But there's a lot of pullback. There's a lot of people pushing. She's a little nervous now. She shouldn't have put her neck out there like that. But no, it's not going to affect anything. I don't want you guys to worry. I get people writing me all the time. Oh my God, I wish she'd shut up. Yeah, and the news media jumped on it and stuff, and they're still asking to talk to her, but I see she's coming down, like she's stepping back. Francis wants to know, once Russia's defeated, it's not really Russia being defeated as much as once Putin is gone. I know I've been saying that till I'm blue in the face. Let's ask the guys. They want to know, once it's defeated, will they step out of Syria? I just heard yes. So guys, can you tell us everybody that prays for Ukraine, pray for Syria too. And know that your prayers work, and try not to be in fear. The souls that are being killed right now are in paradise, and they're helping from that side as best as they can. And let me tell you, I could be totally wrong, and you guys will curse me till the day I die, but I'm not seeing any nukes. Why do you think that when Biden was into Ukraine, that missile test didn't work out? I do think, and you know, because my son is a scientist and he's not really into the ET thing either, because he kind of rolls his eyes at me. But why do you think, and all the military people are saying, these ships come around and shut down everything? So I feel that they even said to the Dr. Green or whoever talks about what is it, E5 or something. He says that they can't interfere with our free will, but boy, they sure as hell can stop nukes. And that's what I'm feeling, even though if he wants to. And let me tell you something else. Those of you guys who've been following me for years, was I or was I not right when I told you that the military, now there was a lot of Trumpsters in the military. I'm not saying that, you know, I got an eye itch all of a sudden. There was a lot of Trumpsters in the military, but they were watching because they feared how stupid he is. And he didn't pay attention when they were trying to give him, you know, reports, intel reports. And there was conversation about not letting him be able to press that button. He wouldn't have been able to nuke anybody. I'm going to tell you right now. I don't know when this information is going to come out, but I'm guaranteeing you, I know some general mentioned, you know, they knew he was not well at all. Okay, Mary wants to say, during 45's reign of terror, we may have thought it couldn't get any worse, but believe me, DeSantis in Florida is much worse. Absolutely. I totally agree with you, Mary. You think Trump is bad. DeSantis is worse. Readers may agree that he will not be president, but we do not have him the full 4 years as governor, or might you see something that could shorten his time? Well, I think he's going to run. Let's just take a look at him. I think he's going to run as president, and he's going to lose, because he may be attractive to Florida, but most of this nation, maybe Alabama and Kentucky, will disagree. But a lot of people don't want to live like that. They don't want people telling them what they can read, what they can, you know, their women's rights. No, they don't want that. And he comes off, Trump was kind of a sorry type energy. You know, he was a liar. He was sneaky. He was behind. The same comes off like king for the day, like he's somebody special. He's like Marjorie Taylor Greene. Just, they love to hear themselves talk. You know, he worked against Disney because they dared to disagree. If you dare to disagree, you can't live like that. Listen, I found out something interesting for those of you YouTubers. I don't remember which guy this was. If you want me to post it, I'll find it and post it. But they were talking about things you would have never known about President Kennedy. My John. Apparently, he was the first president that used the IRS to get back at his enemies. Oh my God, I was shocked. So he could do a little underhanded. They all got that in them, you know what I'm saying? And he was the first president that taped conversations. Him and Nixon were real good friends. They didn't become enemies till they ran against each other. But yeah, that's where Nixon got that from. Just a little information. And I also found out that Abraham, sorry, Mr. Abraham, but you can love who you want to love. But some of you guys may have heard this, that he really had a hard time with women, and he really enjoyed his men friends. And by enjoy, when he would go to some second home that he had with his wife, some guy in the military, and all the bedrooms they had slept with him. And somebody wrote about it in their diary, but in those days you didn't talk about it. Nowadays it would be cool, you know. Maybe he was our first gay president, but yeah, he loved the Menzies more. Okay. So we'll just look at this Satan. Tell me about this Satan. Ooh, it's not good for just Satan. You know, I almost feel like I think Roger Stone and Trump has some goods on him, and when it was when he was working in that college or something. There's something they're going to tell. Yes, sorry. There's something they're going to tell that's not so good. Dang, that was my son. Sorry. Yes. Oh, hell yeah. He'll never be president. The cup is reversed. The money's reversed. Judgment is on his tail. You know, we didn't think that Trump would ever be president. And actually, he, in my opinion, he wasn't, for entertainment purposes only. But now they're coming out with the info that Russia did, in fact, interfere with the 2016 election and did a lot of stuff to help. There was so much foreign money. This will come out later. Right now, they're dealing more with the records he stole and with the January 6th. I mean, very stupid, very stupid. But I see, hold on, let me look. I don't see Abraham Lincoln anymore. Who's going to come in and talk to me? I see Bobby Kennedy. What is going to happen with DeSantis? I see a lot of sweat on his forehead. I see they're just going to cause chaos. Maybe not even throw him in jail or anything, but there's some sort of chaos. And I see people booing at him. God, he better not dare try to come to California. They'd be definitely booing at him. And Trump's not going to make it. And I don't think Nikki Haley has a chance in heck. You know, I just got a flash. I actually see a black woman beating these guys. Is there somebody in the Republican realm that's a black woman? Or it could be the black man. But I definitely see the Republican Party is going to, let me tell you something. When they were talking about giving all those tapes to the January 6th, and then I see some sort of lawsuit, and I see the DOJ and everybody, they're not going to be pansies sitting on the side saying, oh my, whatever, we just really hope that they don't give away state secrets. No, they're somehow going in the tunnels doing something. Something will be brought out in the open. Look at all these cards. This is to Satan, you guys. This is the whole president. This is, there's I told you, the Republican Party is not going to die, but it's going to have to change the way it does things. I see it, even Fox News. Remember I kept telling you, Fox News is just going to implode. That lawsuit is 100% ruling in their favor. And then something after that happens, that they stop being terrorists and they turn out to be more, you know, because the whole thing about kissing, you know, who's rare was to make money. And that's exactly what the big headed guy said in the email. You know, we're losing money. So anything to please Trump. Tread lightly, they said. You know, I felt like that MTG's ex-husband was going to write a book. I see some people asking him now, top money. So, you know, I don't know if he signed something that he couldn't talk, but I see it in conversation. Oh, let's see. Lynn says, you know, we're coming on to the 15th anniversary of the Lane Bryant store murders. 5 women were killed and a 6th victim survived at the location in a suburb. Will they catch the person that did this? These poor girls were terrorized. Or I don't know. It feels more women than men. Feels like a man did the murders. Will they ever get the man? Just like I told you that Indiana, I knew they were going to get him. Will they ever get the man? '15th anniversary. You know, I'm almost feeling this guy's in jail or he's dead. Will we ever know? I'm almost feeling we may find out by some technology years from now, but the guy's already dead or gone. That's what I heard. Justice in this realm, on this earth, not so much, but in the other realm, a lot. Let's look at that train derailment. Oh, they're all over my Pete Bootylicious, just talking trash about him. He's such a sweetheart. He's so smart, but he is young. And somebody, one of the repubes was talking, oh, you know, they put that man in there with no experience. Hello, Jared Kushner. Hello, Ivanka Trump. Don Jr. He put all kinds of people, friends of friends, to give him favors. This man is more smart than that. Okay, hold on. Tell me where everything's on. Tell me about there's definitely still poison going on. There's poison in the water still. It'll take a while to get this. Oh, I see people sensitive. There's going to be a lot of long-term things coming up. Entertainment purposes only. You know, my skin's starting to itch just thinking about it. Tell me about that. Ooh. I see people suing and I see people paying and I see people moving the hell out of Dodge. That's almost going to be a ghost town. And the railroad will really pay. Yeah, there's some long-term effects here. There's going to be, it's something even in the land or something. It's toxic and it hurt more than Palestine. It feels like it moved, like it created chaos in other places. This isn't going to die for a while, you guys. This is going to go on. Pray for everybody there that they're okay. And I see people mad at that governor. I see people mad that they don't think he worked hard enough. Okay. Edward Meredith said, thank you, Linda. I'm a new fan. Hi, Edward. And lifelong musicians. I'm a lifelong musician and a boomer. Is 2023 starting with some musical folks passing? I'm wondering who else might be getting ready to pass over. You know, in the old days, I might say that more. But now I almost feel like I shouldn't say it because everybody has the choice whether they're going to go or not. I may see somebody's weak and getting ready to pass, like our president, Jimmy Carter, will pass. But I remember when they said he was in hospice, I thought, oh my goodness, he'll hang in there as long as he can, but he's not afraid to go. He's got the white light all around him. So he's just a beautiful energy for him. But as far as musicians, I'm feeling more movie stars, long time movie stars. Raquel Welch was a bit of a surprise. Remember I said a woman, but I feel more movie stars. And then I do see someone in the music business with some sort of accident coming out, entertainment purposes only. Some sort of accident and a scandal. That's down the road. And that guy, the redhead guy that they're showing on the news, I'm not keeping up with that lawsuit, whatever's going on. He's going to be found guilty for sure. Hi, Linda. Did Trump force McCarthy to give Tucker Carlson the January 6th? Absolutely. And don't forget MTG holding her phone with Trump on the phone. And he wanted to talk to everybody, vote for McCarthy because he wanted him to get those videos to try. It's not going to work. I don't want you guys to worry. They may even come out with something, but it's absolutely ridiculous. And I see the high brass saying no to them. You're not going to give away. And these, believe it or not, Bolbert and MTG are in trouble with this because they were assisting and letting people know where people were. It was so funny. Twitter showed this really cool thing. You guys would have loved it. It showed Biden with Zelensky that he took that, he took a unmarked flight. He took a 10-hour train ride to get there, just showed himself to be a hero. And then they showed, and the Republicans, they showed Josh Hawley running. I thought that was perfect. Oh, and then Tucker Carlson said, when they did the alarms, remember when Zelensky and Putin were walking down the street, he said, I knew they just put those alarms off as fake. It was fake. Yeah, whatever. It could have been that time every day they test him, he doesn't know. Listen, down the road, I don't think with this Supreme Court, it's going to be a year or two down the road. There's going to be a lot, thanks to all this stuff that's happening, there's going to be a lot of trouble with lying and saying you're a news station. All this fabrication is going to be easier to sue people that lie about you. You better get your facts straight. In the UK, if you go to sue somebody and you lose, you got to pay their attorney fees, or solicitor fees. Yeah, Lisa. Lisa, my girl, Lisa Foster. Hi, Lisa. She wants me to do a deep dive on Jack. I've been seeing Jack's face, you guys. He's not joking. I don't want you guys to worry. He's the type to even tell Merrick Garland, wake up. Wake up and smell the coffee. Tell me, okay, hold on. Tell me about Jack Smith. Sorry, my hair is it's gotten kind of long. I see my beautician on the 1st, but when it gets this long, and then I'm outside in the drizzle because it's raining out here, and it just goes straight. Okay, here we go. That's ego talking. No worries. At the end of the day, you guys don't give a hoot spa. Just give us the information, Linda. Don't worry about your hair. You're right. Jack Smith. I guess what I'm doing right now is kind of like what Lindsay does. She kind of goes outside of herself and kind of try to gets in their shoes. I like those things that she does. Oh, he's working all the time. And you know what? His wife isn't complaining. Good thing I'm not married to him. I'd be complaining. Yeah, he's always in motion. He's always in motion. And I see him talking to two other people, could be a woman and a man or something, somebody within that's working with him, people he trusts. And I almost feel like, like a whiteboard, that they have these things that they're doing and they're putting it all together. He did petition the judge to make Pence testify. Pence just ended up being you know what I'm saying? He just ended up being a nobody. Yet he did such a miraculous, heroic thing when he said, no, we're going to count these ballots. I thought the guy redeemed himself. And then he does this stuff. It just doesn't make he actually wants to run for president. Okay. Part of the reason he did this, because he didn't want to upset the Trumpsters. Like, well, no, I'll fight this and then the Trumpsters, because he really thinks Trump's going to jail. Okay. He knows something's coming up. And a lot of the Republicans are wishing for Trump to go to jail. Oh, Jack Smith's going to have to put out some deals, but he's willing to do it. His focus is on Trump. Mark Meadows. Now, Jared Kushner and the daughter are going to testify, but they're not going to hold them on the January 6th. They're just witnesses. So they're not in trouble on that. Jared Kushner will be in trouble with the goings and comings with I just went blank. You know what I'm talking, Saudi Arabia. He's going to be in trouble for that. There's something underhanded here, some sort of money's and I almost feel maybe even Ivanka makes a deal. Like, I'll give you all this information if you make sure that I'm not touched. Take him, but don't touch me. Jack is like moving. I'm telling you, he must be like a triathlon racer or something, because I feel him, like he's breathing, like he's in motion, like he needs that exercise to be able to work through this. Merrick Garland is like out putting out fires. There were so many things, like they're catching people before they poison our water or shoot up our electric. They're catching them. They're following leads. And it's like he's sitting at the helm, but also he knows this has to come down with Trump. He dreads it, but he knows it. And Jack is the guy. Jack's the guy that's going to do it. Oh, I love it so much, you guys. Jesus said, yes, Linda, we all need to know if the railroad workers walk out. They want to be under public control. They are short-staffed, underpaid, and tired of being pushed around by the big five. Yeah, it's going to implode, you guys. And the big five is about ready to lose a lot of money. So they'll try to make them work for as less pay as possible. But on top of it all, I see them, but it'll put the nation in stalemate. But they almost have to do it. It's terrible. Remember when the garbage companies stopped picking up the garbage in New York? It was terrible. It was piles of garbage and rats everywhere. But they got what they wanted. So, I feel the nation itself is for the workers. And I feel like they don't like these people. They come in and damage all these people. And, Trump is the one who said that regulation we don't have to do. We don't want no stinking revelation. Revelations. Okay. Housing prices are coming down. The prices on this house went down. Housing prices will be coming down. I even feel if you need to buy, probably buy before the end of this year, but because I feel borrowing money is going to be the hard part. Um, Yeah, Maria, she said she's really sad about Julian Sands. He's in spirit. I saw him as clear as day. He's in spirit. I see portions of his body may be found, but I don't see him getting found. Something happened. He died up there, so entertainment purposes only. Will marijuana ever be legalized on a federal level? This is from Bliss. I think California has it legalized in the state of California, but yes, it will on a federal level. After Biden's out of office, Jesus, is he going to be in? He might be in another 4 years. I worry about Biden. I think he'll run again, but I don't know if he can do the full 4 years. I'm going to tell you something, and I was talking to my friend about this. I'm feeling a real vibrational energy. Oh, you hear that, you guys? Sounds like gunshots. I just heard 3 gunshots because there's no way that's fireworks. Holy cow. I live in a nice neighborhood. That's weird. Although behind me on that street over there, one day I'm sitting there minding my beeswax. All of a sudden I see bomb squad, probably 50, 60 police cars. The big wagons, you know, that and the guys on the back of the wagon with their ARs. I thought, what the heck? So apparently this guy drove here, mad that his wife left him, went to a house back like 2 streets over, and shot the son-in-law. The woman wasn't there, his wife. He was planning on killing her. And the neighbor came over to try to stop him, and he shot and killed the neighbor. And then he had rigged his car up with bombs, so the bomb squad had to go out there, and it was a big mess. But yeah, this is interesting. I no sooner started talking about this because I'm going to tell you something. This is the hit I was getting. There's going to be some people that are going to turn it around on this hating the Jews thing. I just don't understand what the hell that's about. I don't know if some of you saw the horrible language these white boys are talking to at a Jewish church, you know, calling them pedophiles and all this stuff. It's just horrible. And they were, as you know, they were trying to be very calm. They were trying, you know, but they did call the police. The police, you know, went over there and told them to get the heck off the property. But the foul language, and then now there's today's National Hate Day, right? I haven't watched the news yet, but I see a group of people coming together, and I don't know if it's necessarily violent or is it with lawsuits. There's something going on where they're going to hit the people that do this. You know, I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm going to tell you, it's almost like we're not going to take this anymore. It's almost like an uprising that the Jewish people have sat and been berated and told this, and they can't worship it, you know, blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden it's like, we're not going to take this anymore. And that's what I saw, some sort of uprising. It's just like people who mess with Muslims, you know, Muslim, that's like the biggest religion ever. And there's something we say with that because they take time every day to focus on Mecca. And that focus is what helps everybody, you guys. It doesn't matter your religion, just being at peace and talking to the higher power. That energy begets more of the same energy. But I did see, you know, because I asked him, I said, why? These poor Jewish people who've gone through hell, there's such an ugliness. It's been here for centuries. So I don't understand what the heck is going on, but I did feel like an uprising, like, oh, hell no, we're not going to put up with this. So we'll see. I just want to put that out there. And my friend got kind of a hit on that too. So we're just putting that out there, you guys. You may see some things happen. It could be legally that they do, or there might be enough drama that these people create that they're able to kind of stop them in their tracks. Because there's not enough of them. There's not enough Trumpers to end this United States of America, and there's not enough of these Jewish haters to stop this. So something's going to happen. Okay. You guys are so nice. Yeah, so a lot of these questions I just answered. I love it. I love it. I'm going to be on at 3 o'clock with Lisa. You guys hear that? I'm not hearing gunshots, but I'm hearing some. Geez, maybe I need to shelter in place. Okay. A lot of you guys are asking personal questions. I don't do personal questions on this type of, when I do live, I'll do personal. Okay, it's late February and we have been having autumn spring weather for most of January and February. Has seasons begun to shift a few months and we'll be having winter weather in March? Well, right now we're having winter weather, big time. So this is David. I think he's in New Jersey. So if New Jersey, I talked to Dan, my guy that helps me, who's in New Jersey. Yeah, that tornado. Did you read about that tornado? He was sitting at school painting and he saw the black clouds and it popped right over his skull and he didn't budge. I said, Jesus Christ, that guy loves his painting so much he don't budge, you know? Oh yeah, a tornado. Yeah, it's pretty close. But anyway, but New Jersey's been having a lot of cold and wintry weather. But as far as the seasons, they're all messed up. The shifting is happening. We're saying one of the biggest icebergs is melting away as we speak. The shore, where if you're living against the beach, that, let me tell you, move back. I would never buy beachfront property right now. No, Kathy wants to know about California drought, but right now we're making progress, you guys. You should see the snow right now that's happening in California. And in LA's got hit hard. It's terrible, but it's just wonderful. Do you have any hits on how the abortion pill ruling? Yeah, let's look at that. The abortion, and then I gotta go, you guys. I'm going to be on with Lisa. The abortion pill ruling. Abortion pill in Texas. Did you guys see that? I feel like this energy. It's really weird. The abortion pill ruling. Here's that judge. He's got people talking to him, telling him, don't be an idiot. I'm so sorry, you guys. Look at this. Look at this. He's already knows his decision. He already knows his decision. Look at this. He's going to make everybody just real upset. You know, this may be the start of something. Let me tell you, people aren't going to, we're not going to take it anymore. I see the youngsters getting out there and marching. I don't know what this guy is thinking, but I'm thinking he's going to put a plug on it based on these cards. But I can see marching and I see people saying, no, you know, it's just so ridiculous. I don't know what they're thinking. And women have the right. I mean, if they keep doing this, so women's right to vote will be gone. That's how they're working it right now. So it's going to all change. This is temporary, though. Just know that, you know, I wouldn't even doubt by this time next year that somehow they've done something to change this, that they're gonna make sure that this is back on track and you can't do this. So we'll see. I just don't understand. And then once the child is born, they could care less. Don't even come to them about needs for families. They could care less. They want 30% tax rate right across the board. And struggling families can't afford that, 30%. Anyway, okay, that's my opinion. That's my opinion, take it or leave it. Anyway, I love you all. I'll be on tomorrow with Sterling. I might do a live tomorrow too, just to check in with y'all. We get the 411. Let's see, let me ask real quick. Is there anything else you want to tell me before I exit? I feel like Jimmy Carter's probably going to go this next week. I was feeling like a Wednesday and Thursday. I wonder if it's Wednesday and Thursday of next week. It feels like it's coming soon. I see upset, I think because of that pill thing. I see a lot of commotion going on in the streets. I don't want you to be in fear, because fear doesn't help at all, but I want you to just be cautious. I just had a lady I read this morning, her purse was stolen at the cemetery. She blocked her car. She had her keys with her. She wasn't that far away from the car, and whoever was there saw it, broke the window. At a cemetery, you guys. Take your purses with you when you're at a cemetery. You can't leave them in the car anymore. Okay, don't leave anything in the car. Okay, love to you all. Cheers.